Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm currently playing some Call of Duty DMZ. It's a new game mode brought out to Call of Duty and I've actually found it really refreshing to play. It's something different to Warzone. Rather than just going out there looking for players to kill, you actually have objectives to complete. As you can see there, you get different objectives and you get different rewards, and before you actually jump into a game, you can see what you need to do to actually complete those objectives. So as you can see on the map, you can actually look at various parts of the map to complete certain objectives. Different objectives give you different rewards. There's extraction missions, there's bomb disposal, there's radiation missions, and each one offers different rewards. In many areas, there's occupied AI. They're equipped with guns. You can kill these AI to obtain key cards. You can also take their weapons if they drop them, as well as some shields if you ever get low. There's many buildings with different items inside. You can find screwdrivers to safes that you can actually crack. And when you start these activities, AI will then come in via chopper, via vehicles, and actually try and stop you. So when you crack these safes, you actually get a big reward. You can either get items, you can get large amounts of cash, and even secret weapons that you can obtain just by cracking these safes. I must admit though, DMZ feels like it's lacking certain things, such as the screwdrivers, bandages, etc. that you find across the map. Like single player, there was a mission where you could actually craft your own items. So I do believe there is some breathing space there for Call of Duty to implement some sort of in-game crafting when you're in the DMZ. As it mentions on the title screen, DMZ is in beta, which gives the devs some room to see how DMZ evolves over time. See what the players ask for, see what can be changed to make DMZ a more enjoyable experience. Across the map you can find these missions, such as this one. This is a rescue hostage mission. And you have to go and infiltrate a building and clear the AI and defuse the bomb on the hostage before the time's up. Honestly, these missions are really fun to do. It's like a side quest and it just breaks that monotony of just going around and gunning people. Obviously there's a time frame that you have to do this, so you have to clear the building pretty quick. And you got to be careful because the hostage is very sensitive and there's booby traps in some of these buildings. You'll find these booby traps on the stairs that you have to defuse. And as you can see here, the hostage stood up and he got killed. So we failed that mission. So being careful is your utmost importance on these sort of missions. Don't get me wrong, DMZ can be tricky in certain scenarios. Even when your friends are killed past their last stand stage, you can still revive them. It takes a little bit longer, but you can still bring your friends back. There's been situations where the gunplay has been really intense, trying not to die myself while trying to revive one of my teammates so we can progress further on the map. And sometimes you may think, oh, it's only AI, but these AI are cracked. Some of these AI just shoot perfectly, and as well as the AI having armor. Having the armor actually really hinders you in a way because you have to reload and make sure you're calculated at killing certain enemies at the right time. And don't get me wrong, sometimes it may feel a bit quiet, but there's always AI progressing and pushing forward to your location if you're shooting. So sticking out that res sometimes works, but you got to be careful just in case you get downed yourself and that's it, game over. I came into DMZ blind. I didn't do much research on the things you can do within DMZ. And we came across this dead drop. It's a garbage bin. You can put cash inside these bins and you can reduce the cooldown on your weapon when you bring it in. So if you fail a mission, you have like a 2-hour cooldown for a weapon to bring into the DMZ if you don't use a contraband. So this also adds to your XP at the end of the game. So if you've got a full backpack, you can just store loads of stuff into this garbage bin and it adds to your cash reward at the end. So if you search the buildings around you and just fill this garbage bin up, you can gain a lot of XP and cash reward for this. Another cool feature in DMZ is the gas stations. If your vehicle is damaged or low on fuel, you can go to these gas stations, just pull up and it repairs and refuels your vehicle, which I found really cool. That way you can extend your vehicle's longevity throughout the DMZ. Even though we didn't encounter any players in this session, we still had that AI experience where we were still getting downed and we were still taking heat. And there's still that inkling in your head that another team could actually push you. So pushing towards objectives can be risky because you shooting all these AI will draw in enemy players if they're close by. So you kind of got to fight two fronts sometimes. And knowing that there's other enemies out there, like players that could just drop in on you at any time, it raises your awareness. And sometimes you do get caught being too comfortable in a certain situation where you will just get jumped on. I really feel that there's something special here within DMZ. There's a lot of room to expand in the future. More missions, more weapon blueprints you can earn, as well as different contraband. Different features can even be implemented into DMZ. And if Call of Duty listen to the community and expand on this DMZ, it could be something really special. Considering this is the first in their franchise to make a looter extraction, I really feel like it's something good. They've done a good job so far. Obviously, there's some things that need to be worked out and some more features, but as mentioned before, it's still in beta. So what do you think? Do you think anything should be added or taken away from this? I mean, so far so good. I feel that there needs to be more within the money that you take out from the extraction zones. Something to do outside of the DMZ with cash. I feel like there needs to be something within the out-of-game UI to purchase things. Maybe even calling cards or something like that. So the more money you extract, the more things you can purchase that are more aesthetic, such as even weapon camos or something. There needs to be something to work towards, something that's not just within the DMZ, something that you take out and then earn outside of it. So when you're extracting, be on the lookout for enemy players, because a big green flare shoots up into the sky and literally you're alerted to everyone around in that area. Another good tip is to check some of the buildings while the helicopter's coming in and have a look for some items that you could just quickly grab into your backpack to, you know, bolster up your end game extraction reward. I love the fact that when you're extracting, you can still see everything around you. But what's your final thoughts? What do you expect from DMZ? What's your expectations in the future for DMZ? I mean, for one, I'm going to continue to play it and see how far it goes, because I really feel like there's potential within it. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It helps so much. It's free, it doesn't cost you a thing. And make sure you like the video. Take it easy, guys. See you soon.